Welcome back to Breakfast. It's hard to believe that in just a week's time it is the opening ceremony of the Rugby World Cup. But we can't forget the All Blacks lost to the Wallabies last week. So is this a sign we're not quite ready for the tournament, or is it a blessing in disguise? Here with his thoughts is rugby commentator Jed Thian. Good morning to you, Jed.
Yeah, Corin, New Zealand will win the World Cup.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to say this for how many months now? And I'm oh, ouch. What happened?
You see what this cost me? You see what this cost me? In Melbourne last week for the alternative rugby commentary, ripping the city up, getting crazy with it, showing the Aussies how to get down, and then the All Blacks go and lose, and looks what happens to your number one fan.
It's a bad
Unbelievable scenes.
It's a bad omen, Jed. I'm worried. Tell me, from what you saw, you were in Melbourne, you were commentating the game in Melbourne. What was it like that first 40 minutes? What was going through your head when you saw that first 40 minutes?
How do I get out of here? That's what was going through my head. I was thinking of escape routes, exit strategies. I was wondering whether to call on the boys. Fully armed, fangs out, get me out of here, extract me. But I was stuck in there for the whole 80, mate.
Okay, so they turned it around. They turned it around 20 minutes. That 20 minutes they turned it around. This is very important. Was that enough to show that we're actually okay, and that was just we didn't front up, we didn't show up for that game?
It was very erotic, that 20 minutes after half time. It was like ice on your private parts.
All right, settle down.
And then we got turned around and nailed, mate. But it was good. I don't know. Did we see a setup? You reckon? I'm a cynic. I'm also a little bit crazy. I smell the setup, Corin. I smell the setup. You see, we went in there, we didn't have as much to play for as those guys. They have to win. They're under all sorts of pressure back home, so they had to come with a big one. I reckon the boys might have laid off a wee bit and let Robbie play his cards a bit. I think we know the cut of their jib come the time.
So you're not worried about Australia? What about the injured...
No, I'm not worried about Australia.
Clearly. What about the injured players? Now, this is important. We're carrying two injured players. We've done this before.
I know, and this point was raised to me by my friends in Australia while we were licking our wounds on Sunday. This whole setup, it smells of 2007. Guys not then, who's on form? We don't know about this guy. He's too young. These guys are injured. Everyone's scratching their heads. Corin, I'd say to you, reach out to you, my brother.
I'm reaching out as well. Hang on, where are you? Oh, over here. Yes, I'm reaching.
New Zealand will win the World Cup, bro.
New Zealand is going to win the World Cup.
Hey.
That wasn't that hard. In terms of those players that are injured, in terms of Graham Henry, did you see any cracks in the veneer of Graham Henry after that game? Did we see any? Was he
very worried about Graham at the moment. I am spotting him through those monitors. They put those sneaky cameras, a bit like they do in the dressing rooms in some department stores. And I'm seeing a lot of this out of Graham at the moment. I'm not too sure it's a pacemaker gone wrong or what the story is. He might be sitting on something incorrectly. Maybe it's...
But can you imagine, think of the pressure though, 4 years now, and so many people thought he shouldn't have kept the job. He's got to go up against the guy who they thought should have got the job, who's just thumped him going into the World Cup. That's quite a bit of pressure.
We're not talking about Phil Goff, are we?
We could be. Yeah, no, Phil Goff and Graham Henry.
Well, have you noticed, I think if we could get some comparison shots over the years since 2007, he's just getting he's getting frailer and he's getting shorter and the face is getting more like this. And pretty soon he's going to just bust out with a...
He can be funny, though. He can be quite funny.
He could be like Rob Muldoon.
So could Rob Muldoon, yeah. Hey, I tell you who I did enjoy seeing yesterday was Martin Johnson, English coach. Yeah. I think I like Martin Johnson. Is that bad? Am I okay?
I've got no problem. The man represented New Zealand, the under-21s, and they had a great punch-up when he was in the team. And he stood his ground well. He is an icon of the game. We'd be hard... it just... Kiwi fans, you've got to give this guy some respect. He's won the World Championship. He's been the mainstay of his team. Now he's taken over in turmoil, back of the area, fuse all over the place. 47 old farts have just about turned into dust. Will Carling's constantly giving them the prod. Suddenly the guy that came in, who got booted out last summer, he wanted to bring in an Irishman to run the high-performance program in the RAFU. They're xenophobes. But still, through all this, here's Martin Johnson, a respectable man, and a bloke that's going to lead a pretty strong team. I think, in my opinion, as I reach forward into the futuristic ether, I'm looking at a New Zealand-England final.
New Zealand-England final. So who does that mean that England have to beat? They have to upset the Aussies on the way through. You think
that's right?
Yeah.
I think.
You like that? How do you like them apples, Australia?
Gee, I think you have to explain to us. You haven't really clarified this. How did you get your black eye? You didn't really explain it.
Well, what happened was New Zealand played Australia at rugby, and we got beaten. And the metaphor now has manifested itself in my eye. This is almost like you know, one of those sensations where you start bleeding from parts that got nailed to something else. I don't know what they call it exactly because it's crazy talk. But this has happened to me.
And just to clarify, did this happen when you were commentating the game?
No, they put me behind chicken wire when I'm commentating the game, my friend, just like the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
No, it was randomly in the hotel room.
Oh, you fell on the side of the coffee table. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Taking a hit for the team. It's good. You're showing your dedication, Jed.
More than a hit, as you can tell, Tony.
Yes.
Oh, well, you take care. Look after yourself, Jed. We will speak to you again after our opening ceremony.
I'm ready for you, dingoes. Let's go.